All right, so Marjorie Taylor Greene is having another moment here. She appears to suddenly realize that Trump is a tyrant and MAGA is a cult. So she says, I impeached Biden's Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas. Those were my articles of impeachment that passed in the House of Representatives. I unapologetically believe in border security and deporting criminal illegal aliens, and I support law enforcement. However, I also unapologetically support the Second Amendment. Legally carrying a firearm is not the same as brandishing a firearm. I support Americans' First and Fourth Amendment rights. There is nothing wrong with legally, peacefully protesting and videoing. MAGA, consider it like this. We lost our minds when we watched Biden's FBI track down and aggressively carry out home invasions and arrest on peaceful J6ers who walked into the Capitol through open doors. By the way, let me just say, totally bogus fucking analogy. The J6ers were actual criminals, and they fucking like assaulted cops and shit. Okay, so this is not analogous, but I'll continue. Imagine if one of our MAGA independent journalists, or even just a MAGA supporter, stood in the street outside a J6er's house while Biden's FBI carried out a law enforcement operation, home invasion, and arrest. Then Biden's FBI goes to the MAGA guy videoing it all and shoves a woman with him to the ground and sprays them with bear spray, then throws the MAGA guy to the ground as MAGA guy was trying to help the woman off the ground. Then Biden's FBI beats MAGA guy on the ground, disarms MAGA guy, and then shoots him dead. What would have been our reaction? Both sides need to take off their political blinders. You are all being incited into civil war, yet none of it solves any of the real problems that we all face. And tragically, people are dying. Don't waste your breath, Marjorie Taylor Greene. These sorts of arguments don't work on these people because they're fundamentally incapable of doing the thing where you put the shoe on the other foot. They're fundamentally incapable of like trying to apply the golden rule or like reverse the situation, right? They don't know how to do that. They have like a mental block where they're incapable of doing that. And so by you changing the scenario, what they say is, but yeah, I would be against murdering the MAGA guy, but I'm in favor of murdering the Democrat. That, like, literally, that's how they think. Wait, if it's a Democrat and they get murdered by ICE Gestapo thugs, I support it because I don't like Democrats. But if it's a MAGA guy that's murdered by a Democratic ICE agent, well, then I'm against it because I like MAGA and I don't like Democratic presidents. Like, that's how they think. They're actually that stupid. They're actually that dumb. They don't bother to try to have any sort of consistent standards, consistent logic, this idea of like, hey, we should have equal protection under the law should apply to everybody. No, you have J.D. Vance, who has a fucking law degree. This motherfucker was out there after Renee Nicole Good got murdered and said, they have absolute immunity. The ICE thugs do. Okay, well, guess what? Now another one of them murdered, and then he fucking ran away again, and he's not getting arrested. So basically what JD did is he took out a bullhorn and said, murder as many people as you want. Go ahead. There's going to be no consequences. So this is where we are. So I respect the fact that you're trying to appeal to their logic, but they don't do logic. They would say, but wait a second. I don't know why you're comparing the things. It's different. If the MAGA guy gets killed, I like MAGA, so that's bad. But I don't like Democrats, so if they get killed, I'm okay with it. Like, the honest ones would say that. They would say that. Now, the other point is, and look, I have to do it. I have to do it. I'm so sick of it. Stop with the both sides bullshit. Stop with the both. She said, both sides need to take off their political blinders. There are no political blinders on the left. There are no political blinders. We have been right about fucking everything just way too early. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is trying to tiptoe in the right direction, but she refuses to fully acknowledge it and go all the fucking way. She says, you are all being incited into a civil war. Who's doing the civil war inciting, Marjorie? Is it the left? Is it liberals? Is it Democrats? Who's doing the civil war inciting? Yet none of it solves any of the real problems that we all face, and tragically, people are dying. Yes, and all of the bad things are coming from MAGA, are coming from the right. I'm so over all the, both sides need to turn down the temperature. Bitch, our temperature's been like negative 50 the entire time. All you have is people peacefully protesting, doing civil disobedience, like doing everything right, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, nonviolent resistance. All we've ever done is be right about shit. All we've ever done is the right way, the proper way to protest. And what happens? People are still fucking getting murdered by ICE Gestapo thugs because that's the point. That's what Trump wants. He wants NSPM 7 enforced. He wants it to be that if you disagree with MAGA, you're a terrorist. There's literal video now of ICE agents telling people, I'm recording you because now you're going in a database and you're counting as a domestic terrorist now. That's where we are. That's not a both sides thing. Ain't no both sides to that. That is one side is fucking bad and the other one is the victim. That's what that is. There's no both sides. So, like, I'm sorry, but if we're ever going to actually get out of this mess, we need all the people who were former MAGA to wake the fuck up and stop with the false equivalence bullshit. Stop with the both sides bullshit. Wake up and actually realize, no, they are the motherfucking problem, okay? They're the motherfucking problem. They are a cancer on this country. They don't give a fuck about the law. They don't give a fuck about the Constitution. This is clear fascism and authoritarianism. I mean, it's the most corrupt regime I've ever seen by far, and it's not even close. The fucking warmongering is out of this world. The destruction of your rights is out of this world, and there is no both sides to that shit. So as much as I appreciate her trying to say, hey, MAGA, you should be against this, and here's why. Number one, the argument's not going to work the way she laid it out, but I don't fault her for trying. But number two, even at the end, and this is what you get from Tim Dillon, this is what you get from Joe Rogan. It's always at the end of the day, the best they'll do is retreat from being pro-MAGA to being like both sidesers, where they go, yeah, bro, I mean, MAGA's doing some fucked up shit, but you know what? There's a lot of fucked up shit on both sides, bro. There's a lot of fucked up shit on both sides. And it's like, that's not enough. That's not enough in this moment. That's like a dumb guy's idea of smart political commentary. That's what the both side shit is. Somebody who knows nothing, it's their idea of what smart political commentary is. Actually, did you know, like, both sides, bro, are kind of bad, bro? Like, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. Grow up. Grow up with this shit. Grow the fuck up. It's just, I'm sorry, we're just so far beyond that. Do you think Kamala Harris would have been fucking blowing up 100 fucking fishing boats in the Caribbean casually? Would she have kidnapped Maduro in the middle of the night? Is that what Kamala Harris would have done? Would she have, would she have randomly decided to bomb Iran's nuclear facility? Is that what she would have done? And now, by the way, they're about to do round 2 in Iran. They just moved all our warships to the region. That's why they didn't attack before. They didn't have our warships in the region. Now they just moved them there, so they're not done there either. Would Kamala Harris have been threatening to steal Greenland? Would she have invaded U.S. cities with the U.S. military? We can stop with the both sides bullshit, okay? Just everybody shut the fuck up and grow the fuck up. It's enough with that already. So as much as I appreciate her evolution, your evolution is nowhere near complete. And until you're all the way, I'm still going to fuck with you because you deserve it. All right, guys. That's the show. I love you all very much. You guys know the drill, man. Everybody please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel. That helps out big time. It costs you nothing. Click that bell icon so you get a notification every time a video drops. You can also support the show on Patreon. You can support Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. Those links are below. And to go subscribe to Corin's World on YouTube. We should have a live Kyle and Corin tonight, so come hang out with us, y'all. All right, I'll see you there, and I will also see you back here tomorrow. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.